Welcome to the guessing game, guys. We've got Chris Campbell, Keegley franchisee, the owner here in Atlanta, the greatest city of all Georgia. I would even argue east of the Mississippi. And we've got Jamil Damji, the godfather of my children, and also the owner of Keegley. We're gonna guess what the renovation cost is on this property right here. Here's the thing. We're gonna give away some sort of prize to somebody down in the comments. You guys need to watch this as Chris Campbell, this is his project, goes through and gives us a tour of this property and tells us what he's going to do. I don't know what the actual renovation is. You're going to talk about a very simple calculation. Jamil always has a very simple calculation. I think he has like a genie in his pocket called a calculator. And Chris actually got a full-blown estimate from a contractor, and both of these guys are going to tell their numbers at the end of this video of what Jamil thinks it's going to be based on a calculation that you can follow. And Chris is going to tell you what his contractor gave him an estimate at.
So before we start, because I don't want to have anybody say, oh, he got to see and so he knew. Chris, I need to get a little bit of detail from you before I can calculate a number. Okay. How many square feet do we have in this house?
A little under 1,600.
A little under, do you have an exact number?
1,592.
1,592, okay. And is there any basements, additions, or anything like that?
Yeah, so we've got a basement downstairs. It's not full size, so we're estimating about 1,000 square feet to finish.
1,000 square feet in the basement? Okay, so we got 1,592 upstairs. And I would consider this a full gut. Is it a full gut in there?
Oh yeah, you'll see when we
look
go
at
in.
the debris out here, bro.
All right.
We haven't even been in, and I'm feeling the full gut.
Yeah.
Okay, YouTube, I'm showing this to you right now. 1,592 square feet. He called it a full gut remodel. I know that a full gut remodel is going to cost this much a square foot.
Here's what I want people to know, okay? Jamil has not been inside the property.
Nope.
He has not been told the construction estimate. Why is this important for you over there in YouTube land? Is because Jamil has a very easy way for you to come up with construction estimates based on a magical blue genie called an iPhone.
Yes, sir.
You haven't been to the property.
I haven't been inside yet. I have one more thing to add here. You said how much square foot in the basement?
About 1,000.
Okay, guys, now a basement is going to get finished at about half that dollar per square foot. So we're going to take this number and the 1,000 square feet and multiply by half the first number, right? That gives us this, and we're going to add it to that number, and this is approximately what I think the entire remodel is going to cost. Got it? Yeah. Let's go see it.
You have your number?
I have my number.
Okay, great. So I want you guys to put in the comments what you think Chris's contractor's estimate is. That's the guessing game today. Okay, we're gonna see how far off you are from Chris. I'm gonna guess that you're 50 grand off from where Chris is gonna be.
It's possible.
You think it's possible?
I don't think it's possible.
Okay, so guys, stay tuned to the end so you guys can hear it all. What are we doing in the front of the property first before we go in? Are we trimming the grass? Did you already remove a tree? It looks like there's like something missing.
I cannot
Confirm or deny.
confirm or deny if we removed a tree, but shortly after we purchased the property, a tree disappeared from this before the survey was done. So
Somebody stole a tree out of your yard?
Somebody stole a tree out of the yard before the survey was done, so it doesn't show up on the survey. So when we go to apply for permits, there was not a tree. There was no tree.
Okay.
There's definitely no tree. But yeah, we're gonna do some work out here for sure.
It doesn't seem like the neighborhood really needs to like have big, massive landscape differences. It's like some trees, some grass, some shrubs. Like looks like the houses are pretty simple here, right?
Yep.
So
Clean
you're
it
not
up.
gonna spend too much.
Nope. Nice little planting beds. Trim all this down so we can see the house.
Okay.
We will paint the house, and we will add some front elevation here. Get rid of the wheelchair ramp and put a bigger porch.
There, I like that.
With a little bit of roof work, you know, and potentially we're gonna see if the money makes sense, but dormering out the top.
Okay.
So you take the roof and you raise it up just a little bit, and then put a flat front on it, and then you can put some windows in there. It'd let a nice amount of light into the house, and it would also, as you drive by, it would just make it stand out from a house that just has a flat front.
Okay, so I have a functionality question. I've got a lot of people have a driveway and a short walkway to their front door, right? We've got a driveway that's very far away from our front door.
Yes.
So you guys thinking about doing any sort of walkway up to the front, or is that a waste of money? We should just maybe clean this up a little bit more in an inviting way.
It would be lovely to do that, but I don't think I'd spend my money there presently. But this walkway is broken. So we're going to remove all of this concrete, and to save money but give it a nice aesthetic feel, we're going to do concrete rectangles.
I like that.
So give it a modern mid-century kind of feel, and just bring it up to date a little bit, but save a little bit of concrete money too.
Okay, cool. So tree got disappeared. We're gonna clean this up, cut these shrubs down, add some flower beds, patio here, make this super cool, potentially do like a front elevation on the front there to just make this thing look a little bit more interesting. And then most of the work is gonna be done inside.
Yep. And to be fair to the people at home who are putting the guesses in, the quote from my contractor does not have the dormer. Okay. So the dormer is something that we are cost analyzing to see if it's worth the spend.
Got it. Yeah, definitely a gut job for sure.
Oh my Lord, it is a gut job.
Holy moly.
Holy woly.
Yep.
All
Wow.
right. Wow. Am I gonna fall through?
We almost lost Pace in a house in Atlanta where he almost fell through a floor.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about these boys weren't with us.
Nope.
That was when in the iPhone days.
Yes.
Okay, so in Arizona, we have these things called Arizona rooms, Chris.
Do they call this an Atlanta or a Georgia room?
They do not. Some people do call it a Florida room, even though we're in Georgia.
Okay. So, do you do anything with this room, or does this stay an outside?
No, we are going to enclose this in glass and put a door there and a full 12 by 16 deck right outside there, to where you walk out this door and you've got a second story deck overlooking. There's a creek back there, and there's like 10 acres of undeveloped woodland back there that used to be a school, like just a short walk away. So we want to give people as much outdoor space as possible.
This is awesome.
And you can see the backyard, but there's an old ratty chain link fence. So what we're going to do, we're going to remove the dog kennel, because we're not raising fighting dogs. This isn't Michael Vick's house. But we are going to put in a 6-foot tall privacy fence inside the chain link, so we don't have to spend money demoing the chain link. We're just going to spend the money putting a fence inside of the fence.
Smart.
Save a little money.
Cool. So this will be part of the new square footage?
It technically would, but I didn't even consider that.
That might be pretty cool.
Just went up.
It could have gone up, yeah, but you will have to figure out how to get ducting and ventilation into here to add it.
You could do a mini split for about $1,500.
There you go. I like that.
We're definitely keeping the ceiling though, this textured ceiling. That's pretty
Yeah, it
sweet.
looks like falling leaves in autumn.
Modern art.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Chris, you were talking about vaulting the ceilings. Why don't you tell people what the hell that even means?
So vaulting the ceilings is when you have 8-foot tall ceilings, which I can touch. It doesn't feel big and open and inviting. So if you vault this all the way up to the roof line, then you walk in and you see like a big, more cathedral-like ceiling. Unfortunately, structurally, we cannot do that in here. This is the one room we're not going to be able to do it, but we are going to be able to do it in the kitchen and in the living room and the foyer. Yes. So this will be vaulted, that'll be vaulted, and we're getting rid of this whole wall to where this is an open view of the stairs down into the basement.
I love it.
Yep.
Is the kitchen going to stay in that general vicinity?
It's going to get bigger.
Okay, it's going to get bigger.
So we want to walk in there. This piece I think is pretty cool. This like original brick that doesn't even serve a purpose. It was just for aesthetics.
Yeah.
I love it. So we're going to keep that. We're going to put a galley kitchen in, but we're going to extend it all the way this way.
Cool.
So that we can get a little bit bigger kitchen vibes. And then since we have a door out there that goes to the backyard and a set of stairs off that deck, we no longer need this.
Yeah.
But it's already got a roof over it. So this becomes our pantry.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
I love it.
Close that in and we got a really nice sized pantry, especially for this area where that's kind of unique.
Okay, cool. All right, so it looks like there's a newer air conditioning unit outside. So like almost a year old or so. You are gonna have to are you gonna do all new plumbing in here?
Yeah, I mean, well.
What about all new electrical, probably?
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be all new, but it's, I'd say 75%.
Okay, so most of the electrical is gonna be done, most of the plumbing is gonna be done, a tremendous amount of framing here. And then if you guys vault these areas, do you do spray foam for your insulation?
Right.
Okay, so your insulation is gonna be a little bit more pricey. I imagine you're gonna do all new windows in the whole house, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. This house is gonna be like brand new.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be gorgeous.
Love it. Let's keep going.
Okay, so we'll go to the back. So
So if I'm in
currently,
the kitchen now, I'll have a full view of the living space because you're going to knock both these windows down.
well, no, so I wish, but we do need some cabinet space over there. We might be able
so
to do
you'll
a
leave this
peninsula.
wall here.
Yeah,
Okay, got
but
it.
take this wall down, and this whole thing goes away.
How do you,
So you'll
how do you
definitely
keep
see
it from
more.
falling down? You're gonna have like a pony wall here. You're gonna
Yeah.
have okay.
Either metal railing
Yeah.
or aircraft cable railing,
That'll look great.
glass, something like that.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yep. This is your dining room with a fireplace.
You're gonna leave the
Super cool.
fireplace?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Oh yeah. And then your living room, you know, with the vaulted ceilings will become much more inviting, much nicer.
Wow, look at the view here. It's beautiful.
It's unbelievable. Chris, did you say that you're gonna have a deck that comes all the way out here?
Correct.
And if so, are you gonna have an exit to the deck out here?
We have talked about that
Okay.
because
I would
out
just
of
have
your
like a
living
slider
room,
or a French door here. That's not that much more money. If you're gonna replace the windows anyways, then I think just a slider door here.
Yeah.
You might go up how much? $1,000 at most.
I mean, he's already got to pull them out and replace it. Yeah, probably $1,000, $2,000.
Worth
Because
it.
he's got to demo and put a header up.
Right.
This
Yeah.
is great. This house is dope.
Yeah,
Now,
that'd be worth
the
it.
wood floors are something that's very different about Atlanta versus Arizona where we're at.
Right.
We don't get wood floors like you guys have. Are you thinking about reconditioning these wood floors, or because they have laminate there or whatever, you're going to tear it all out?
So this is 2-inch pine. It's very, this is 2-inch oak,
Okay.
which is very common of the era. It can usually be sanded down and refinished, and it's really nice to be able to keep it like that. It is going to depend on what happens when we tear that. I have a personal thing. I'm weird. I don't like level changes or
Yeah.
transition strips. I like all my floor going in the same direction, and I like it to be smooth and seamless from every room.
Yep.
So that's just one of my little sticking points that
That's
I.
a great point. It's a great sticking point to
Does
have.
your budget from your contractor include all new floors going on top of this?
Yeah, LVP.
Okay, so guys,
Yeah.
take that into consideration on your guys' guess, is that LVP is going to go over top of this.
Yeah.
LVP being luxury vinyl product, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And our cost here in Atlanta is about $4 a square foot for a good quality LVP installed.
$4, that's
Installed?
Installed.
Good.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
So about $2.50 and then $1.50.
Yeah, I mean it comes out about 2 and 2. So here is where
Oh, damn.
the functional obsolescence kicks in. So we've got 2 bathrooms and 3 bedrooms, and the primary bathroom, this one, is a little on the small side.
Yes.
And the other bathroom, nobody can access except these 2 bedrooms.
Oh, interesting.
So that's why this is
So you don't
open.
have a guest bathroom upstairs?
Correct.
Okay.
So we are going to shift that, and we're going to bring the bathroom this way. So this will be the door into the bathroom now, to where the guests can use this bathroom. We're going to close this off
Okay.
to where the primary has its own dedicated bathroom.
That's hilarious. So the primary bathroom had a hallway entrance.
Became the
Yeah.
guest bath.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's
1950s.
Okay.
Most of the 1950s ranches in Atlanta have a primary, the primary bedroom has a half bath, and the only full bath is in the hallway.
Interesting.
So you have a bathtub for the kids in there, and all you have is a sink and a toilet in your master.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep.
I do love the wood floors. It'd be cool if you guys could figure out how to keep it all.
I think we will be able to, and that'll also help. Whatever money we save doing that, we'll spend somewhere else.
Okay,
You know,
cool.
we'll throw that back into something nicer.
I imagine you'll end up doing like can lights in every bedroom and things like that, or you guys not spend the money on that?
So we'll definitely do cans in the living room, dining room, and kitchen. We probably won't in the bedrooms. I don't generally even put ceiling fans in the bedrooms. I wire it in case they want to do that later, but we put like a really pretty flush mount.
Cool.
And the primary bedroom will put a nice ceiling fan in.
Okay.
But
Love this. Okay, so this gets closed off. There's my closet. Okay, great. And
This-
that becomes the hall. This is still going to stay the primary bath. and
that
bed.
is.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Like this is going to shift around. I don't have the exact plans, but essentially we're going to steal a little bit of space so that this door can shift down.
Love it.
Do you think you've got a big enough closet for your primary?
That is going to, some of this closet is going to become.
I was going to say that. I think you gotta steal some space to give that more.
Yeah. Because this is a kid's room, you can get away with a smaller closet.
Look at this big. This room's big, dude.
This room is very big, and I would have loved to have stolen space from this room, but look at the windows. your windows are wall to wall.
Yeah.
So if you try to steal space in any direction, I mean, you could maybe borrow this, but then you still need a closet somewhere.
Yeah.
And this would only
This
give
is
you more
just a
space
great-
in the
this
foyer.
is just a great room. That's all there is to it. Okay, so upstairs you got a 3-bed, 2-bath.
Yep.
Downstairs, let's go down there and show us what you're gonna do. Because
do
you
it.
said it's an unfinished
It's
basement.
a semi-finished basement, which
Okay.
actually saves us some money. But we're gonna spend it elsewhere.
Does Atlanta typically have unfinished basements?
Atlanta typically does not have basements.
Oh, okay.
A basement is a luxury that's pretty rare. Storage and basements are very unique. We're mostly crawl spaces.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arizona's not a big basement town either.
It's a soil problem in Arizona.
And that's also one of the reasons why we wanted
this
to
is big,
take this
bro.
house ourselves. Yeah, so it's big. It's not, there's like a little bit of a functionality issue down here that I'll walk you guys through my thoughts, and then I'd love to hear your ideas too, because you guys might have better ones. So our thought, so there's a bathroom in here. Let's kind of start there because it kind of dictates other things because we have to cut into the concrete.
Okay.
So we have a bathroom, but there's no shower.
Okay.
So we're gonna close this off and close this off. We don't need access to the garage from what's gonna become the bathroom. And we're gonna utilize some of the pipe that's already here and make this into a full bath.
Okay.
So we'll have a shower, full bath. But then also, did you guys notice there's no laundry room upstairs?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
noticed this
laundry
right
room.
here.
So this was the laundry. So if
You plan to put a laundry chute in here?
that would be cool.
They're not very expensive to do, and actually, if you can figure out how to
Isn't
do
it just
them,
a hole in the floor?
you pretty much. But like, it's if you can figure that out, it'll.
Have you guys seen the laundry suction hole? It's like a hole in the wall,
Oh,
and
yeah?
you just throw your clothes and it
get
sucks
sucks
it
in?
into a vacuum laundry chute.
Love that. That's neat.
Yeah, that we probably won't spend that money.
No.
A laundry chute's a great idea because it could go right over there.
There you go.
Yeah, that's really cool. But we're gonna build a laundry room here,
Okay.
and then our hope, because some of this space down here is already finished, is we can reappropriate that money into a kitchenette,
Nice.
so that this can become kind of an in-law suite.
That's great.
With a full bath, a kitchenette, and then we've got a huge flex space and bedroom over here. So this can become seating, whatever. There's a huge living room over there, so we don't even need it for that. And then this can become the bedroom, and it's got its own entrance, which we're gonna finish out. This will now be underneath the deck.
Okay.
So our contractor's putting a barrier underneath the deck and a water drainage, so that this can become a covered patio
Love it.
instead of just wasted
Yeah,
space. And
right.
it gives you a nice shady spot for when it gets hot in Atlanta summers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we're actually going to keep the paneling. We debated it, but we're going to paint it
Okay.
and
Yeah.
keep it.
I can see that. That'll work.
But we are going to redo the ceilings, probably just screwing 1/4 inch directly on top of this.
Yep.
Just because some of it's drop ceiling and some of it's just not in great condition.
Awesome.
So another luxury in Atlanta, things that most people don't have, is a garage.
Right.
At least in these older neighborhoods.
Right.
And this is a full
Two-car garage. So the part about it that I wonder about is that the garage is below grade. And so I wonder, is there a way to, because somebody's got to come in, park their car, and then come up the stairs and get into the main house.
What will most likely happen is they'll probably keep one car down here, and they'll probably park upstairs and walk in through the front door.
So you'll have a walkway from where they would stop and park over there, and
Yeah.
then you'll have their other second car would be parked here.
Yep.
Or if they had the in-laws here, if they had like a tenant or for whatever, this could be how they enter into their
Yep.
into their suite.
Yep.
Amazing.
And if they don't put a car in here, storage is always a premium, so they can use it for storage. They could also put a CrossFit gym down here, or exercise equipment or whatever they want to do. 'Cause
Great
it's
idea.
huge. And what we'll do that's not super expensive but adds a ton of value, we'll pressure wash this whole area and we'll give it a single coat of paint, not not like a full double coat, but we'll basically just prime all the walls so that it looks fresh and clean. And we'll put an epoxy coat on the floor so that it has like a gray speckled finish and just looks like clean and fresh and new, since we're gonna be in that $700,000 price range.
Makes sense.
I really like this basement.
It's great. It's so cool down here.
It's cool. It's really big. Like you said, you've already got it partly finished. You've got the fireplace over here. Like you've got a second living space down here.
Yeah.
How many bedrooms are down here? Just one?
Just one.
But one, and you've got this really, it's a kind of a flex room. You could turn this into, somebody could turn this into a home gym,
Yeah.
right? They could turn this into an office down here where you've got the view of the backyard. You guys, not you, but maybe the future owner could cut an opening here and make this a cool place that people can come in and out. They can have a party out here on this massive back patio.
Yep.
This is a really great backyard.
I think personally, you're going to replace the windows anyways. I would look at what it would cost to make that another slider.
Okay.
One thing I would say about basements that don't have an exit to the backyard is they do feel like a prison, you know,
Right.
cell to a certain degree.
I mean, imagine if this was like a French door. Like
Right.
this, it would be, and you're already creating that patio cover up there. I think this is asking to be let out.
yeah.
Well, and Pace just brought up a super great point. The only exit from this level other than the garage is through a bedroom.
Right.
So
Right.
if you have guests staying here, you don't want to go through their bedroom to get outside. You know, here's the perfect place to be.
I agree. And again, I don't think the cost is going to be, like you said, you'll save money somewhere else. I think that's a spot to spend it.
And we'll probably do a whitewash on this brick.
Oh, that would be great. That'll look really nice. Modernize it.
Big cedar mantle.
You really don't have to do a lot down here.
No, that's why a basement will always be about half of what the dollar per square foot renovation cost would be for the upstairs. Again, all the things that Chris was talking about, all these things are great, but I didn't care about any of it. Because
Would
I
you
already know what
guys-
my number is.
Would you guys do LVP down here, or would you finish the concrete?
I would do LVP.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
'Cause
little softer on the feet.
Softer, and then concrete makes it feel more like a prison cell, always in a basement. I have a basement home. I've always had a basement home. And the basement always feels like a cold dungeon unless you
Carpet or LVP.
real wood,
Yeah.
LVP, or carpet,
Yeah.
right?
You can get away with carpet, by the way. So if you got to a spot where it was like, the price, it's like starting to really notch into our budget.
Right.
Carpet in a basement, except in that bathroom, is totally acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a great deal. I love this house.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I really like this. So it'll end up being a 4-bed, 3-bath,
Yes.
lot of square footage, 2 living spaces, a flex space really down here.
Kitchenette in here.
What?
He's gonna do a kitchenette right over here.
Oh, that's genius,
Yes.
dude.
So this becomes like an in-law suite.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
If I lived here, I would turn this in. I would turn that into my office. I'd have a glass door
Yeah.
going outside. I'd have a kitchenette here so I could eat down here and not bother the kids. I would have a place to work out here when I'm on and off phone calls. I just jump, whatever. This is an amazing place.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's beautiful.
So there's
And
a lot of
we wouldn't
basements that are
have
not
it,
functional. This
like-
one's functional.
We wouldn't have this if a wholesaler didn't call us and say, "Hey, I got a great deal. I want you guys to look at it."
Seriously.
So,
Incredible.
Did you guys get good photos from the wholesaler? You knew this basement was this good?
yeah, I mean, he brought us some. I mean, the photos were good. We could definitely tell that there was potential, but it's hard to see it. Like, you can't quite tell just how great the basement is. And we will be doing like some progress updates on the YouTube channel, like as this project goes on, and as especially as I love the stuff, the not fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
because that's the real stuff.
Oh yeah,
like
that's the stuff
that
people
really-
need to know about.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that keeps people from taking action. Is they're afraid of those things coming up. But when you talk about them and you go, look, this is what happened, this is how I overcame it, then people will take action.
Right.
Yep.
Let's talk about the bid the contractor gave you.
Yep.
What did it come in at?
$120,000.
$120,000.
That's material, labor, everything.
Everything out the door.
Out the door, like you don't have to buy anything, he buys everything.
Yep.
Or it's all included.
Landscaping, dumpsters, everything.
I'm gonna guess that Jamil's number is within 40 grand of that. 125,000. He made. Did he just type that in?
I did
just
not.
type that in.
I did not.
Roll the tape back.
You just typed that in. He just typed that in. There's no freaking way that's
I did
possible.
not type that.
And you're probably right.
Who told him the number?
So what it is full gut remodels right now are coming in at around $60 a square foot. He told me it was 1592 square feet.
Okay.
So I had 1592 square feet times $60 a foot. That gave me 95,520 on the upstairs. He said there was 1,000 square feet in the basement. We know that a basement will finish at about half of the cost of a full gut.
Yeah, I can see that. 30 grand down there.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 30,000 in the basement plus the 95,520 upstairs. That got us to 125. Yeah. So again, when you guys are doing your numbers, don't waste a contractor's time to have them come out and give you a bid unless you're actually planning on renovating the house. Guys, it's disrespectful to contractors to waste their time to get bids for you. Pay $200 and call an inspector if you're trying to negotiate with a seller. Don't have a contractor come out and bid a property for you that you don't have intentions of using their service. They won't come back a second time.
Yeah,
it's not okay. But again, when you're looking at these numbers, as a wholesaler, you really want to be able to get these numbers down fast so that you can make fast decisions the way that Chris did, right? Chris was able to make a decision to commit to this house within 30 minutes or you said a couple hours, sorry. Chris said he was able to make a decision committing on this house within a couple of hours of being sent the deal from a wholesaler. Guys, speed is a necessity in this business, and understanding these quick calculations is what will let you get things done fast.
Speed is a necessity, so you better hurry your ass up and go to Chris Campbell's YouTube channel, because here's the thing, by the time this gets edited and posted on Jamil's channel, Chris is going to have maybe some updates on some demo and some other things happening on this deal. So follow his channel to see the transformation on this property, and we'll see if you actually come in and land at 120. You probably will. Seasoned vets, they know how to bump it up a little bit, make sure they got some fluff and stuff in there.
Actually, it's going to come in at 125, 520.
Oh my gosh.
You heard it here
Thank
first.
you guys. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.
Later. Thanks for watching another one of my YouTube videos. Now it's your turn to go out and take some action. But before you do, like and subscribe to my channel, because the law of reciprocity means you owe me.